You said Benny Blanco.
Yeah.
You co-wrote "Lonely."
That's right.
Unreal.
Thank you.
I mean, what?
That's great.
I looked that up this morning.
That was a great time.
That is an incredible song.
Thanks, man.
And Justin Bieber
Killed it.
makes it look so easy.
He killed it.
He's so smooth.
So talented.
And when you write that, are you in the room with him, or you send your part in, or what is it?
For that song, Benny and I sat and wrote it.
Yeah.
And gave it to him, but it was very bespoke. You know, it was.
What's bespoke mean?
Bespoke means like tailor-made, custom-made for the
it was written for
individual.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was not
good. I know what that
like
means.
I've written songs. This has happened a couple times. Like you write a song and it kind of is ambiguous, and you send it to your A&R and go like, "Do you want to give this to somebody?" Like, you know,
right.
That song was like Benny and I were like, "Let's write something for Justin."
Unreal.
Benny has a long history of making great music with Justin. I obviously had none, but I was excited about the opportunity. And yeah, it was just about, you know, and I don't like, I was literally putting words in his mouth. Like you know what I mean? Like, yeah, he, I don't know that every line of that's how it feels, but like, I definitely was like,
who came up with On God?
I don't think we say On God in that song.
Isn't it On God, running through the altar like a track star?
Oh, that's, you're singing Holy. Holy's a great song.
Oh, wait, what did you write?
Lonely. Close. I bet Holy he co-wrote.
Did the words On God and Lonely?
No.
Okay. So we're good.
That's very funny. Anyway, but
wait, doesn't he go, "It's so lonely, lonely, lonely"?
That's Holy, 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 Holy. You're being very funny. I
just fell off the stage.
So funny. The line that Benny and I wrote was, "'Cause I have everything, but no one's listening, and that's just lonely." And he changed it to, "I've had everything." And I was like, that's like, that to me was like all the difference.
Yeah.
Between I have everything and I've had everything.
Yeah.
So kind of like,
it's jaded.
Just such a smart, like, I was like, no, that's what I was trying to say. Like, he said it so much better.
Right. I met Benny once.
Benny and I worked together a lot.
The first time I met him, we went to Charlie Puth's house.
Yeah.
And so I was like really excited. He's awesome, Charlie Puth. You know, it's like he's showing us how he has perfect pitch.
That's right.
And then this guy comes in all disheveled, fucking big afro. Charlie Puth's got a nice house, and he just like sits on the couch with like a burrito. And I was like, oh, that must be Charlie's like go-to guy. Like that's his pool boy. Or something, you know what I mean? Like that's the guy that
he's made like every hit song you've ever heard of.
Yeah, that's the guy who goes to Ralph's to get like Charlie what he needs, and then of course we find out it's fucking
the dawn of pop music.
Yeah,
I've learned so much from Benny, and I talk about this with anyone who'll listen. But like, so like when I started to write and produce for other people, I'd get in with an artist, and I wanted to be useful so bad. Like, not so much that like I had like an ego and wanted to come up with all the ideas. You know, you're sitting in a room trying to co-write a song. It wasn't so much that like I wanted to write everything. I just wanted them to think that I was like good, so they'd work with me again, kind of. You know what I mean? Like I had this feeling of like, if they sit there and they write the whole song and I just sit there.
Is this post Billy or pre Billy?
This is like early Billy. This is like first 18 months.
You start getting a lot of calls probably because you have this sound.
Yeah, but not from like huge artists, from like other people
like
that are
Ash.
Yeah, like random people that I'm like meeting and working with. Ash is incredible, but so I start doing these sessions and I just want to be. I so badly want to be useful. I want to just like be in the room and like be contributing. And I think that ultimately, I don't know if you polled the people, like if they'd say this was true, but like, you know, ultimately, like I probably got in the way of some good ideas just by like being too spitball-y. You know what I mean? Like an artist was probably trying to think about their life experience. This is like early days, trying to think like through like how to articulate themselves. And I'm like, what about this? What about this?
Sure,
what about this?
Too eager, yeah.
And it's like, you know, and I've now been in enough rooms with people that do that I know what it's like to be on the other side of that too. And so when I first worked with Benny's been a part of so many incredible songs that his approach is he's such a listener and a reactor. And I think when I first worked with him, like I didn't understand it at all because I was like, he's just sitting there.
That's what I thought when I was watching it with Charlie.
And I'll write a thing, and he'll go like, yeah, I think the first part's good, but I don't think the second part's like good enough.
Yeah.
And ultimately, like, my ego as a young producer was so kind of like, whatever, defensive maybe. And then over the years, like, Lonely is like such a great example of like, never would have made that song without Benny in the room. You know what I mean? Like, in terms of like somebody just kind of like watching the process happen and being like, ooh, no, like, and the chord, and what if the hook is just something like simple, and we spit back and forth, and one of us says Lonely, and he's like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, somebody who's got a discerning enough ear. It's on.
You could play it.
It's on.
You could play it if you want.
Yeah, but I am holding a microphone. I'd have to play.
We have a mic over there.
Anyway, it was just one of those things where it was like I learned a lot from Benny,